Jeez. Well, I too am excited that you guys are here. I'm Sheila Medina, Diamond Ambassador of Plexus Worldwide, a company that's committed to breast health, healthy weight loss, and back pain relief. And you know I say that every time because I think it's so important just to know how to introduce yourself sometimes. So if you're just a brand new ambassador, you can say I'm an ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, a company that's committed to breast health, healthy weight loss, and fast pain relief. And so just so you know who you are, where you came from, right? So this afternoon, Sarah and I were thinking about just giving you some tidbits to help you move up, where to go from here. It's so important. The next couple months are very vital to your business. October, November, December is so important because January really is so off the chart that you need to prepare for it now. If you don't prepare for January, February, March, all the way through June, now you may get caught off guard. And the last thing we don't want that to happen to you because we feel like if you're here for training, I'm pretty sure most of you want to move up in the organization. Would that be safe to say?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to make sure you don't get left behind. And so I really, really feel that October is such an important month. This opportunity of a lifetime tour couldn't come at a better time, okay? So there's a lot of things going on with Plexus Worldwide, and we're really fortunate to have corporate with us here tonight, so we can skip that and leave that to him later. But I don't know if you guys have noticed the slide that's up here right now, but we have a huge promotion going on right now. And as silly as this may seem, it's just for doing your job. It's silly. I mean, really, what the company's doing, this is what we should be doing all the time. We should always be looking for new ambassadors, new customers, and and making sure we have enough volume in. We're looking for customers and ambassadors. That's what we do. That's our responsibility. I don't like to use the word job, but as an ambassador, it's our responsibility to look for new customers and ambassadors. So the company says, okay, here's what we're going to do for October, because October is a really special month for us. Not only is it Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but when you started out as a breast awareness company, it's a special month. And so many people are aware of this month. It's a great way to introduce yourself. Use this month to propel your business because it really is a great month to get started. So if you sponsor one new ambassador and you get a new customer, and you guys, this customer is just a customer that goes through your website. So they have two options. They can be a retail customer or a preferred customer, as long as they do $50 in volume. I think that's all that's required. And you get a new customer, you have a new ambassador, and you have $500 in personal volume. Well, you want to have $500 in personal volume anyway, because I believe that if the company's going to put a comp plan together that you can make money with, then you want to make the most amount of money that you can. And the only way to make the most amount of money on personal volume is to do $500 because you get 25% back. So you're going to get $100 into that because $100 is what it takes to be qualified, and the other $400 you get 25% back on. So really, really, in the reality of Plexus Worldwide, we all should be striving to do at least $500 worth of volume so that we get the maximum benefit coming back to us. Does that make sense? Okay, and then of course, you're going to get this beautiful laptop briefcase, and I know I probably have, 16 briefcases at the house, but boy, do I want the one that says Plexus on it. Are we not the weirdest people ever? But we have got to have that because it says Plexus on it, right? We love our swag, so it's like, oh my gosh, it says Plexus on it. It's black like the other 15, but this one says Plexus, so I have to have it. So you gotta have this, guys, you gotta have it. And then of course, if you step up your game and you sponsor 3 new ambassadors in the course of the calendar month, this particular month, October, and you get 3 new customers, regardless of whether they're preferred or retail, and you have $1,000 worth of PV, and we think that that's going to be easy because what are you out there looking for? Customers. And remember, customers bring volume through your website, so this is going to be easy to do, and maybe you've never done $1,000 worth of PV. Well, let me just tell you, 25% on that $900 is a sweet little commission check. So you want to do that, and the company's not only going to give you the briefcase, but now you've got an iPad, and it's a Plexus branded iPad. Okay, how many of you have an iPad? How many of you have more than one iPad? More than 2. As you can see, my hand is still up because we have 3 at my house. And guess what? I am about to die to have this iPad because it has Plexus on it, and mine cracked. And I'm too cheap to go buy another one because it still works. And so it doesn't matter how much money you make, you always want to save it up, right? So I'm thinking, who has a perfectly good iPad that they could re-gift for Christmas and keep the one that's got Plexus on it? I mean, I could just think of 1,000 things I want to do with this Plexus iPad. So it's just, this is a phenomenal company to put out a promotion like this for simply just doing what you should do anyway. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, well then, Sarah, we're ready to go to the next slide. Okay, so if you have heard of me talk about the power of 3 before, raise your hand. Okay, anybody sick of hearing me talk about the power of 3? Okay, because I was just going to say go get a bucket or something, because I'm going to talk about it with a twist. Because here's what you find out. Oh my gosh, it really works. It never fails, it really works. So, but in order for you to work the power of 3, you need to have a plan. And so that's what Sarah and I are going to talk to you a little bit tonight about, is to have a plan. And so this is how I think you need to be looking for new customers and team members. Because maybe you've already spoke to your 2 cousins and your mom, and you kind of feel like, well, that was it. That was my warm market. I'm done. Right? Believe it or not, you know a lot more people. You just don't realize that you know a lot more people. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So here's some ways to maybe decide if someone should be a new customer or a team member. One-on-one. You know what? When we first started this business, we didn't have any other options. That was it. We had to talk to people one-on-one. We didn't have beautiful brochures. We didn't have any of those things that you have now. We didn't even have really any business cards. I mean, we had to kind of make them up as we went. And so we're just so fortunate now to have a marketing department. So one-on-one, how does that work? Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you will take yourself out of the equation, the one-on-one really works really, really good. And so Sonia and I just got back from Maryland last night, and we went out. We had a few minutes before lunch training, and we thought, well, these shops are really cute, and we could go closing, so let's go. So we went out, and we said, let's just see what happens if we do one-on-one, but yet use the third party, because I don't want it to be about me, and I don't want it to be about you. So we're at the register, and of course, for those of you that have heard Sonia Dudley talk, you can tell she's not from Maryland, and probably me too, but I'm just not going to pretend like that. She has the Tennessee twang, and it gets her very far. Anyway, so the lady goes, so where are you from? And Sonia said, Tennessee. And she's like, oh my goodness, what brought you to Maryland? And Sonia said, oh my gosh, I'm here marketing a new product that's very new to your area. Do you know anyone that's diabetic, pre-diabetic, or struggles to lose weight, or do you think you might run into someone like that in the next week or so? The lady kind of looked at her, she said, because I'd love to give you my business card. And she went, well, sure, yeah, I'll take your business card. And Sonia goes, so have you heard about Plexus? And she said, well, no. And Sonia goes, exactly, that's why we're here in the area marketing it, because you guys haven't heard about it. And it's, you know, it's just our responsibility to do that. We're so excited to be here to share it with you. And it just led from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And so before you knew it, we had every single person that worked in that store at the counter, and they had went back to the refrigerator and grabbed a couple of bottles of water, and we were all having our swim together. Black and white market, it was fantastic. Okay? And so, or black market, white, whatever, yeah.
Black market.
Yeah, whatever that place is. Cute stuff. Okay, so my point being is, if you're shy, then just take yourself out of the equation, and why don't you go out there and market it for a new company in the area, because we are still very new. And you know, I think it was John that said 1.8% of Americans even know what Plexus is. So we're new everywhere. I don't care if there's 6 Jewels in your town, it's still new. So I am here marketing a new product for my company. Do you know anyone, or do you think you might run into anyone in the next week or so that's diabetic, pre-diabetic, or struggles to lose weight? We even have some fast relief for people with that. So, you know, it's just a conversation, but you see, it wasn't about me, and it wasn't about her or him. I took everybody out of the equation. And isn't it more comfortable to talk about a company than yourself? Because there's nothing worth, well, I'm trying to sell you on, no. You're out marketing for a new company in the area. And maybe you could even say, oh, I'm new to a company in the area. If it's got a lot of already people that you think may know about it, then you're new to the company in the area. If it's a new area, then it's the new company to the area. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's a one-on-one. We're not going to spend that much time on the rest of them, but I just wanted to give you an idea. Slim tastings. Doesn't that sound cute? Same thing as a weight loss party. Same thing as grabbing a couple people, putting them in your car and giving them a sample. A couple people sitting around a coffee shop, whatever. Here's what I know. In the beginning, we had weight loss parties and they worked. In fact, they worked so well that we stopped doing them. Who would agree that you've done something and it worked so well you stopped doing it? Yeah. So, because you just think, oh, well, then it's just such a matter of fact. But it's not, because guys, it is still so crucial to have those 2 or 3 people in whatever setting that might be and talk a little bit about your product. It really makes a difference. And you can influence, too, you have a better influence with their friends, because now it's not about you again, it's about their friends. And you can do launch parties, too, with that kind of thing. So all those things can be done. Attending Plexus events with guests. You know what? You got to come with a guest, because why not let the people up front tell them why they need to be in business, and you don't have to do anything. So you want to come to meetings with guests. You want to share testimonies. That has worked for us since the very beginning, and it will